Joining me now is Antoine Vey, a French lawyer who represents Julian Assange. A significant but unexpected ruling, Antoine. But what happens next? Is he likely to be released from prison?
Well, of course, it's already unexpected decision has been passed today by the British judge. The rates of reject of extradition is really low, so it's purely exceptional. And now we will await for a few days in order to know whether the British justice decides to really what we aim for, because his health condition nowadays doesn't allow for him to stay in jail anymore.
So as a result, could he be released in the next 24 to 48 hours?
Yes, I hope so. I know that at the moment, these British lawyers are considering to file a request for bail, and I think that British justice could state within a few days regarding this request. So hopefully, for the first time in 10 years, we could see Assange out of jail.
Is he likely to stay in the UK, or is it the case, because we've certainly heard of speculation, of France being a possible place of exile?
No, so far the trial is not unfortunately closed. There might be an appeal from the US government, and I think that Julian Assange is someone who is likely to respect the decision that will be taken by the British justice. So if the British justice decides to ask him to stay on the British soil, and provided that we don't find any other outcome for his situation, he will stay on the British soil until the end of the trial. What we can hope for is that the new administration in America will take a different look on this case, and hopefully that once he gets out, with the possibility to communicate, to explain, and to defend himself, the case will take a different face.
Antoine, perhaps you can explain why this case has such importance for media freedoms.
Yeah, of course, because today the only real motivation of Assange is that he divulgated, he published information regarding actions taken by the American government, which are completely true. First of all, you could have been persecuted for disseminating false information, but Assange always published information that were true, and furthermore that were published with all the main media in the world, Der Spiegel in Germany, Le Monde in France, El País in Spain, The Guardian in the UK, and today is the only one persecuted for having done a job that is the job of a journalist, and informing the public on what is the real hidden face of the American government. It's fundamental that we maintain this right to inform, because it is the necessary mean for us to have political rights, like the right to vote. You cannot vote if you don't have the right information. You cannot act on the basis of false information. So this is why this case is so emblematic, and this is why we are so relieved today that fortunately the British judge has resisted the American request.
But I would say during the process there were a number of people who would argue that Julian Assange was not a journalist but merely a publisher.
Yeah, whatever people would argue, I think that it's pretty clear that he has published information, that these information are of public interest, and I don't see how you would define a journalist if it's not someone who diffuse right information, proper information of public interest to the world. So to be honest, I think everyone who is listening to us now knows that someone who publishes documents that are of informative values can be called a journalist, no matter what the American CIA says at the moment. So whoever he is, whatever he does, whatever you call him, what he is someone who publishes information, and he should be protected for that.